What's up, guys? It's your boy G. I'm back with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Miss Randy Nicole Staples, a Alabama teacher who faces felony child abuse charges because a video of her whooping her child because he did not clean up his room or clean up the kitchen or clean up something surfaced online and has been going viral. She is a teacher. She had been praised for being Teacher of the Year. That post has since been deleted off of Facebook. It has hit the world by storm, and multiple people and multiple, media outlets have covered the story. And we're going to dive deep into it. And I'm just going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about, the reactions of just what's going on. And before we get to that, I'm going to show you guys the video.
No, you're not fucking sorry. Because if you were fucking sorry, you wouldn't do this stupid shit to begin with. You wouldn't make extra work on everybody else in this house because you won't clean up after yourself. Because you don't do what you're supposed to do. Do you understand me? Ow, 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 ow! You know what? Get up! Get up! Listen! Everybody else will say fucking please make do your goddamn work while ago and she run off down to the fucking neighbor's house.
So that's the video. We're going to talk about that in the whole, but let's talk about the reactions from other people before I give my opinion. Because, I'm pretty mixed on it. I'm pretty mixed on this issue. So I'm going to show you what everybody else is saying around the world, and then we're going to dive into it.
And to that mom that's in jail for whooping her son, I don't feel bad for you, boo. Y'all gonna say, oh, that's what these kids need. I don't even know what the little boy did. But 22 strikes in 14 seconds, the steady motion that she was striking him. Let me tell y'all something. I just made a video talking about how the amount of patience that you have to be a good parent is so extensive. Because if you are mad about work, you mad about a man, you mad about money, you mad about any kind of stress that's going on in your life, and your kid does something, they are the ones that you are going to take it out on because they are the ones that you have power and control over. So he could have done something that was not even that serious or not that bad. But if mom was at her tipping point, he got all of it. He got all of the anger that was built up in her taken out on him. And it's not fair to the child. Now, obviously, there are going to be times where I feel like 22 strikes in 14 seconds. And clearly this is not nothing new because the little brother that recorded was definitely like, yeah, I'm finna record this time. They tired of you putting your hands on them. Keep her.
I didn't feel like, she should be working at school or even doing that to my little brothers, She's done it to me my whole life, so I'm 24. Something about he was done and cleaning the kitchen like he's supposed to be, left, went to the neighbor's house, come back, and then it transpired him.
There has been some recent updates in the case of Nicole Staples and her attacking her 12-year-old son because he didn't do any chores.
Nicole Staples bonding out of jail this evening, hopping on a golf cart and immediately driving off.
Now, Staples was arrested on school grounds after disturbing video allegedly shows her hitting a child with a belt more than 20 times. Staples has since been fired from the school.
So right now they are stating that the remaining kids in the home are now with an aunt. So, and Nicole has been released from jail. She's been fired. She was released from jail. She paid a $7,500 bail. And yeah, a lot of people is saying that that boy deserved his butt whooped and that maybe he should have listened to his mama. But y'all, she pulled his hair and slapped him in the face. Like, that's beyond a spanking. That's beyond a butt whooping. Like, the amount of force that was behind her when she was whooping him, that was egregious. That was a lot. Just wasn't a normal spanking. So no, that child didn't deserve that. I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. We used to get the bricks beat off our butts growing up. We used to get whooped with extension cord, switches outside. We didn't get whoopings. We got beatings. And what was done to this 12-year-old boy was not a whooping. It wasn't a simple spanking. It was that child got his butt beat. This is not the 90s. This is not the early 2000s. You will go to jail for whooping your kids. no matter how you look at it, you will go to jail. If you was to whoop your kids tonight and send them to school and they go to school and tell their teachers are mandated reporters and they report you, you will go to jail. So with that being said, in 2025, whooping your kids, parent how you parent, but there are consequences to that.
Okay, so a woman got fired and arrested for beating her child with a belt, right? And everybody got their think pieces and this woman is so evil and all that. I got beat like that all the time. That is normal for my generation when we was kids, bro. We got beat with the belt, but it's so funny because everybody that got a think piece about the situation is just not black, and we just keeping it a buck. And it's cool. Y'all grew up different. But like, that ain't nothing new. You know what I mean? It's just a new day and age. So now if you get caught whooping your child, yeah. But if TikTok and social media and cameras was around when we was kids, all of our parents would be locked up. So I think the craziest thing about that situation is that somebody was filming it, because that's like crazy. And then on top of that, you know, the dragging the boy by his hair and all that, that's excessive. But like the name calling and the belt whooping, I done been there, bro. I done been there. All my homeboys have been there. That was normal. But I'm also aware that it's 2025. You can't do that no more. I got a son. I couldn't imagine doing that. But it's a different day and age, you know what I mean? I just find it interesting how so many people are getting on here talking about, I just couldn't imagine. As if they never got a whooping, because they probably haven't. You probably haven't. And that's fine. I'm just giving y'all another perspective that a lot of us have been the kid getting whooped over little things. That was normal. Not saying it was cool, but it was normal.
All right, after watching the videos and dissecting everything, I'm gonna say this. She wasn't wrong, but she damn sure wasn't right. I'm gonna say this. She wasn't wrong, but she wasn't right. And this is why I say this. The 22 strikes in 14, man, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares about the 22 strikes in 14 seconds. We don't care about that. I'm gonna tell you this. It's been times that I done got my ass whooped that make that shit look like a pat on the back. That shit look like a pat on the back. I'm gonna be honest. I'm from the South. This happened in the South in Alabama. This right here in the South is what we call the old get your ass right. Get your ass right. She told him to clean up the kitchen. He didn't clean up the kitchen. You get your ass whooped. And I don't understand where all this soft parenting comes from. Like, an old-fashioned ass whooping was what he got. Now, the slapping and the pulling of the hair, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, and that's probably where the abuse come in. But people that are mad about her putting the belt to the ass, you can't be mad about that. That's an old-fashioned ass whooping. If I tell you to clean up your motherfucking room and you don't clean up your motherfucking room, you finna get this belt. It ain't no, I don't see nothing wrong with her putting belt to ass. And he had on pants. My mama used to tell me, wait till I got in the motherfucking tub and took a bath and beat my ass. Like, there's nothing wrong with the belt to ass part. Some kids need a belt to the ass. I'm sorry, they need it. But the slapping and the pulling of the hair, that's wrong, 100%. But the belt to ass, the belt to ass, she ain't wrong. She's not wrong. Let me know y'all thoughts, how y'all feel about the situation. Do you think that the charges will be dropped? Her children other kids have since been moved to live with an aunt, but you know, she wasn't right and she wasn't wrong. But I mean, you can't be soft on these kids nowadays, man. Soft parenting, it don't get you nowhere. Y'all wonder why these kids are fucking not listening to y'all and they insubordinate. You the fucking parent. Sometimes you got to put a belt to ass. The ass whoopings that used to happen back in the day were absolutely way more diabolical than this shit. And I'm not gonna say free her. I'm also not gonna say they need to give her they need to take her kids away from her. But at the end of the day, it's just an old-fashioned ass whooping. It is what it is. I don't think she was wrong.